Hey gang, it is Mr. Pratt here with your last weekly video intro. This is June 1st to the 4th activities I want to talk about with you before you get started. For this week, we have three activities. They are due on Thursday, June 4th at 8 a.m. So keep that in mind as you are prioritizing what things you want to get done for your classes and when. I'm only having you do three activities, so something that you can definitely get done in that time that you have for the week. One of them is going to be an ed puzzle, and it is about how to choose lumber for woodworking. There are some questions along the way for you to answer, and so that'll be your first activity for the week. Your next one is a discussion post, and we've talked about for the past couple weeks now these project plans that you've put together. You've made some modifications along the way, had a peer review or two done, and now we're going to look at revising them with the peer feedback that you receive. Some of you may receive more than one comment back, depending on how many of your classmates reviewed your project. But I'll be sending that out through Schoology message for those of you that have some feedback. If you don't receive any feedback from me, it's because I did not have any students review your project plans. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't go back and make some tweaks and modifications as you look at your plans. The biggest thing that I would say is remember the project plans that I gave you as an example that we looked at together. You know, what makes project plans effective for us as woodworkers, and it all comes down to the detail. You know, the material that you use, the tools that you need to use, the steps, how do you complete those steps. I did read some of the peer feedback and noticed that some of you may have mentioned about providing video resources on your project plans, and you can do that as a hyperlink. So that's always something that you could include in your own projects, or just a simple link that we would click on. And you can submit that as a Word document, a PDF, whatever you're more comfortable with. But after you complete that final tweaks to your project plans, what I'm going to ask you to do is in the discussion post your project plans, but I'd also ask that you give us a little snippet of what is your project about. What's the type of project that you would be making using these plans, any of the important details that you want to include, just as kind of a way for us to kind of quickly scan through the list and see what everyone was thinking about making this year. And when I say, you know, some of the neat items that are included in projects, like if you were going to pour resin in your project, you know, I think that's a pretty interesting step that not everyone would want to do, but I think it's definitely something to showcase in your project if that was something you were planning on doing. Or using the CNC equipment or laser and things like that. So after you submit your initial post, I'd ask that you provide feedback to at least one of your classmates, someone that you did not already provide feedback last week during our peer critique. And in the feedback, provide two positive things or items that you thought were awesome, well done, and one area of growth for that student. And this can be a reply to their initial post. And then the last item is a class survey. So after every course that you take with me, I always provide an opportunity for you to reflect on your learning. What did you feel like you grew in? What areas of woodworking or materials did you grow in? And what do you feel like you might just need a little bit more assistance in learning? And hopefully as we go into next school year, you'll have an opportunity if you are able to take a course with me and growing in those areas. So there's a class survey, 5 questions that I have posted for you. I'd ask that you answer all 5 questions in your discussion board or discussion post, and that'll pretty much wrap up for the week. So as always, if you have any questions, I'm here available on Schoology. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys posting online, and keep up the great work as we end the school year on a positive note. See you all on Schoology. Thanks. Bye.